going on, everybody out there? This is Popular Stranger, and we are back at you again today with another Madden 25 Ultimate Team video. In today's video, we're going to be breaking down part 1 of the Super Bowl promo. It's live right now, and there's a lot to discuss. I'm sure it's going to be confusing to some of you, so let's go ahead and jump right on into it. We're going to start with the welcome pack, and this is the first part of the Super Bowl promo. Super Bowl pass, we're going to see Super Bowl present next week, a week from today, and that content drop is pretty much only going to feature Eagles and Chiefs players, but we likely will see a bunch of new champions, more LTDs, and another welcome pack that contains 2 different players that you get to choose from that can be upgraded to a 93 overall for free, and then eventually you can actually bump them up to a 95 overall, but it's going to cost you a little bit. So I'll explain everything here. Your 2 featured welcome pack players are going to be Devin White and Trent Williams. Now the great news here is that you don't have to pick one or the other. They do give you both players, and if you go into the upgrade path of either of the players, you're going to need 2 different types of items to upgrade the player. Number 1 is going to be the upgrade token. As you saw within the welcome pack, you get one of those tokens right away. You're going to be able to earn more of these tokens through the field pass and solo challenges, and using those tokens will get the player all the way up to a 93 overall for free. You're going to need 7 total tokens to do that, and from everything I looked at, it doesn't look like there's enough tokens to upgrade both of the players. So you're going to have to make a decision on who you upgrade, but the good news is you can always downgrade, take the tokens out of the player, and then put them into the next one or the alternate one if you want. Now, to bring that player from a 93 to a 95 overall, I'm not a fan of this. They did this last year as well. You're actually going to need a 95 overall Super Bowl card to put into the upgrade path. Now, I'm assuming that B&D cards will go into the upgrade path because at the end of the field pass, you actually can earn a free 95 overall Super Bowl player of your choice. So if you want to go that route, you can. And of course, the other route is to buy a 95, or if you get a 95 out of a pack, you can put that into the upgrade path. And the Devin White card is really good because he's going to be really fast, but the big question that I had from last night was, what will his coverage attributes be? He's going to get 95 man and 95 zone coverage. I apologize, with my face cam, you can't accurately see it there, but he is going to get really good coverage. Now, unfortunately, with these welcome pack cards, it doesn't look like, and I can't show it to you right now because I'm not in the catalog, it doesn't look like they get any type of good discounted abilities. But one thing I did notice specifically on Devin White is that he gets Lurk Artist for 0 AP. No mid-zone KO discount on there, but we'll show you the other cards. We'll show you this card and Trent Williams once we get to the catalog to look at all of the other cards. But for now, you're going to get the 2 welcome pack players, you're going to earn upgrade tokens, and you're going to be able to upgrade one of these for free to a 93 overall. For the Super Bowl solo challenges, there are, part 1 is available right now, obviously, so Super Bowl past champions, and if you go into the solos, there's 16 stars available. They're going to feature all of the players that got 95 overall champions today. So once you complete all of the solos, you'll have 16 milestone stars, and if you look at the rewards, that's going to bring you up to tier 3 today, which gives you 2 more of those upgrade tokens. Remember, you're going to need 7 in total. You're also going to get a pack that gives you either 5,000 coins, an 85 overall Super Bowl fantasy pack, which would be non-B&D, or an 85 plus overall B&D Super Bowl pack. These packs that give you lower overall Super Bowl cards will be extremely important when it comes to the champions that you might have on your team, because you're going to need those lower overall cards to give them extra discounted abilities and also boost some of their attributes. So I'll show you that and explain it a little bit more again when we get to the catalog. But in this instance, normally I would recommend taking the coins. In this instance, you're going to want to take the players. Now, when part 2 of this promo drops a week from today on Thursday, we should see the rest of the solos get added in there. They're going to feature the Chiefs and the Eagles, and that should give you enough to get to tier 6 and the 29 stars. And as you can see, you're going to get the tier 4 pack is basically the same as the tier 2 pack. You're going to get another upgrade token, and at the very end of it, you're either going to get your choice of a Super Bowl coin pack, which can be anywhere from 10 to 35,000 coins, to 85 overall Super Bowl players. They will be a fantasy pack, so you get to pick the cards that you want, or 2 B&D 85 plus Super Bowl cards. And again, those are going to play a huge part in the champions from part 1 and part 2. Even though the coins are enticing, you're probably going to want the players this time around. Before we go over the Super Bowl Field Pass, it is worth noting that Season 5 Field Pass did get an update today. So yesterday, because it was Wednesday, Week 4 milestone objectives got added in. Now if you go over to your program, program tab and go down to Super Bowl, there are 70,000 objectives or objectives worth of 70,000 XP. So pretty similar to what we've seen. I don't think you get a pack at the end of this one. I thought maybe you would, like the playoff promo, because we saw that happen commonly, and I thought maybe that blank space next to the 70,000 XP symbol and logo or whatever, maybe it was just the graphic wasn't loading. But for now, you do have, actually you might, because there's a 1 next to that as well towards the middle right of your screen. So you might actually get a pack, but the image is just not loading there. But all in all, just wanted to point out, you got more XP that you can earn, and most people will be able to get to level 40 in the Field Pass if you're fairly up to date on your objectives. We'll get to the store in a moment as well, but the 95 overall upgrade token is now available to upgrade your Season 5 players. You can go out and purchase that in the store with your season tickets. Now on to the Super Bowl Field Pass. I thought for sure that we would see a premium Field Pass for this promo, but they didn't put one in there. And for now, here are all of your rewards. You're not going to be able to max this Field Pass out until next week when Part 2 comes out, but if you look through the rewards, it's pretty similar to what we saw in the solo challenges with different exceptions. You're either going to be able to get coins or BND players or non-BND fantasy packs from these various packs within the promo. As you level up through the Field Pass, you have additional upgrade tokens. Remember, you're going to need 7 of them to take that first welcome pack player up, and you got 3 in the solos, 1 in the welcome pack. It looks like there's an additional 3 tokens within the Field Pass. This concerns me a little bit because if we are going to see a welcome pack next week with a Chief and an Eagle in there, you're then going to have to make a decision with these upgrade tokens, not amongst 2 players, but 4 potentially. I think last year you could upgrade 2 of the 4 welcome pack players that were available. So that's going to be a little bit of a tough decision for some people. But with the way that it works out, it is beneficial that we can take these upgrade tokens out of Devin White or Trent Williams this week if the new welcome pack players, assuming we're getting welcome pack players next week, if those ones end up being better. So pretty much the entire Field Pass is packs that are going to give you coins, fantasy pack, non-BND options, or 85 plus or whatever plus BND options. But at the very end of it, 39,000 XP level 16, you do get a 95 overall champion from the promo. It is a fantasy pack, so of course once we know all of the cards and this pack is able to be unlocked, we will have a video next week going over the best option, the best card to pick out of this pack. As it is with any Field Pass out there, to earn XP, you're going to have to knock out objectives. Simply playing the game will do nothing for you. So playing through your solos, not only will you earn those milestone stars to get the rewards, but also you're going to get XP within the Field Pass. Completing Super Bowl sets will give you some XP. You got your statistical objectives. You do need 2 Super Bowl players in your lineup to knock these out. Obviously, you get 1 of them for free from the welcome pack. There is a 1 coin offer we'll show you when we get to the store where you can get your second player to get 2 players in the lineup to knock all of these out. We do have the Madden Bowl Championship game on February 7th. I keep saying January. February 7th at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, I believe, or 7 p.m. Eastern Time. My apologies there. And tuning into that is going to give you a Darrington Evans. We showed that in a video earlier this morning. And you can also earn a 92 plus BND Super Bowl player pack. And then winning games in the Super Bowl run event. Not only can you earn a ton of coin from this event, we're going to go to it in a second here, but also winning games within this one will also give you more XP for the Super Bowl Field Pass. Now, as far as the event goes, it's pretty similar to what we saw last year. The good news about this one, unlike the playoff event, is there's no entry fee. You don't need any tokens. You don't have to spend any coin. You're simply going to go through and play 4 games, assuming that you win the first one, you move on to the second, and the second to the third, and the third to the fourth, just like a real Super Bowl run goes. But with no entry fee, you go in and you win 1 game, you get 5,000 coins. You win a second game, you get 15K. You win a third game, you get 35K, and then a 4th game will give you a Super Bowl run pack. So this is the graphic from last night on exactly what's in a Super Bowl run pack, and every time you do it, once you're going to get what you see here under the 1 Super Bowl run win. If you do it a second time, it goes up as far as the amount of coins you might be able to earn. third, fourth, fifth, and sixth time, it keeps going up. Well, the fifth is the peak there at that 120K to 340K mark. And then the sixth option is going to be 30K to 85 player. It does say or Super Bowls players, but I don't know exactly without winning one of these just yet. I don't know like what those OVRs could range from. I don't think it guarantees you a champion, but maybe you have a chance at a champion or just, you know, an 85 plus Super Bowl player card. I think in most scenarios, a lot of you are going to take the coin here, but if you are fairly good at the game, this is going to be a great opportunity to earn free coins. And again, no entry fee makes it unlimited free coins essentially if you want. It's going to be a sweaty game mode because anytime there's good rewards, it brings on the sweat. But as I said yesterday, if a lot of people migrate over to this game mode and you're struggling to get wins in it, right now I think that MUT Champs could be the move for you because the competition might not be as tough. But also, getting to 16 or higher wins in your 20 games will unlock that 94 overall Julian Love, which is selling for like 500 to 600K right now. And then also, a lot of people are on that last minute grind for the ranked session that's going on right now. And on Saturday, a brand new ranked session is going to be going on. So between ranked and I think, you know, this Road to the Super or the Super Bowl run event, if you're struggling in those two game modes, definitely try out MUT Champs. I think there's a lot of opportunity to go through and play everything right now and earn a lot of free content. The Super Bowl sets are definitely condensed and I'm not mad at it here. So if you want to go out and get a Super Bowl champion, it's going to give you a fantasy pack. Instead of doing a set for an individual player, the set requirements are going to be 3 92 overall Super Bowl players and then 2 92 to 93 overall players from any promo. 5 cards go into the set. In return, you're going to get the champion of your choice. And I assume when the second half of this promo drops, they'll just add in the new cards because it doesn't specify that this is a past or a present pack. We only have past players right now. So I'm guessing they're just going to update it with the new cards once they come out a week from now. Now, the 92s, the 89s, and the 85s are also going to be really, really important because if we go ahead and take a look at the catalog here, I'll focus on the 95 overall champions for the moment. We'll get back to these 96 overall LTDs. I'm going to use Ray Nitschke as an example here. So the 95 overall card, if you take a look at him, this is what the attributes are going to look like face value. You got 95 speed, 97 block shed, 98 power move, or 98 hit power, 95 zone coverage. Card looks absolutely amazing, but you can actually upgrade this card even more and get some extra ability discounts and also boost up the attributes. So when you go to the upgrade path, you need 3 items, and it's specifically going to be for that player. So if you want to upgrade Ray Nitschke, you're going to need first his 85 overall card, then his 89 overall card, and then finally his 92 overall card. And as you cycle through these, you can see adding in the 85 is going to give you +1 speed and 0 AP pick artist. Adding the 89 will give you +1 to play rec and 2 AP run stuffer. And then finally adding the 92 overall is going to give you +1 to zone and a 0 AP mid-zone KO. So you're getting some good attributes and also some amazing ability discounts on these cards. Now, all of these cards also have a pre-lit X Factor that will be active until February 13th. Once that ends, then these will all go away. It's kind of similar to Zero Chill with the frozen abilities, with the exception that you can't just activate a ton of them. Because they are X Factors, you're only going to be able to have access to them for 3 of them on offense and defense, but they're still going to be incredibly good cards, and you can cycle through and see all of these Super Bowl X Factors here are the things that you can activate. So if you want to get mid-zone KO on him for 0 AP, it's going to start on, and it won't be active throughout the entire game, but I believe it's going to work similar to how we've seen AKA X Factors work in the past, where it's going to start on, it'll stay on for a handful of plays, it'll go away and then come back. I don't believe that these are going to stay on for the entire game. Last year, we had lighted up tokens in which you could purchase those. You can earn them for free, but you could also purchase them out of pack offers, and that allowed those abilities or X Factors to stay on for the entire game. Just reading the description here, again, I haven't went into a game and actually played it, but it looks like these will start on, but they won't stay on for the entire game, which I think is a good balance. I think this adds a fun to it and a level of team building and just building building your team off of abilities and X factors without making them incredibly overpowered. But at the end of the day, these cards are really, really good. Later today, I'm going to put out a video on the best players to get and upgrade and the best abilities to use on each player. I don't want to go through all of that now because it'll turn this into a 40-minute video, so be on the lookout for that. But one thing that I did notice with the Ray Nitschke card here, and I do also want to point out, the discounted buckets, it's only one. So like he has 3 different options here, but you can't choose all of them. But the one main thing I noticed with Ray Nitschke, you can go with the X Factor if you want out there to get mid-zone KO, but you could also go mid-zone KO, and again, this is having to upgrade him fully. You could also go mid-zone KO for 0 AP, and then I did also notice that down here, he has Lurk Artist for 0 AP. That's a really, really, really good combination to have mid-zone and Lurk for a total of 0, and then you can still go out there and apply one of these X Factors like Tackle Supreme. If you put your guy in man coverage, short route KO might be good. You got the extra pop, which might force some fumbles, maybe not, but all in all, this looks like one of the better cards to me, and if you go into any of the 95 overall champions, you're going to see pretty similar results here. So, again, with Deion Sanders, you're going to need his specific 85, 89, and 92, and you can see the different boosts that you're going to get by applying that. He will also have X Factors out there. You know, Inside Shade is crazy good. You got all of the short, mid, and deep route KOs. You got Universal Coverage, which this would absolutely be the best move to go on Deion Sanders. And like I said, we're going to put out a video covering every single player, every best X Factor and ability to add on them if you fully upgrade them. But if you look, Deion Sanders, you can also get Universal Coverage treated as an ability. It is going to cost you 3 AP, but in this instance, it'll be active the entire game. And Universal Coverage, if you're unaware, it's basically all of the man knockouts, all of the zone knockouts. I think it has pick artists involved in there as well. So this one, even though it's 3 AP, is probably the best ability in the game right now when it comes to defensive backs, and this Deion Sanders is going to be an incredibly good card. So earlier when I talked about your solo challenge rewards and your field pass rewards, it's probably going to be best to take the player option instead of the coin option, because I believe you should be able to use the BND cards and the non-BND cards, obviously, for these associated players at those various overalls to put into the upgrade path to activate those discounted buckets and the extra attribute boost. Now, when it comes to the LTDs, we got 4 96 overall players that are in packs right now, and they are all very, very good looking. Obviously, they'll be very expensive as well, but they look pretty similar to, or they kind of remind me of the Zero Chill cards, but without the 0 AP abilities. But if you read the description here, spending 5 training on this Ronnie Lott, for example, is going to give them a tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3, and tier 4 discounted bucket, along with a +1 speed boost, change of direction, and hit power. So if you go into these cards, and again, we're using Ronnie Lott as an example, you go to the tier 2 bucket, it looks pretty normal up front, but if you go down, you got mid-route KO for 1 AP, pick artist is going to be 0 on this card. You have some of these new abilities down here for 1, and the same thing's going to be in all of the buckets here. So you're not getting a ton of 0 AP abilities out there, but you're getting a bunch of really good combinations, and pick artists on the defensive backs being 0 is absolutely huge in my opinion there. There's a lot of interesting combinations that you can go with as far as abilities go on these LTDs. Now again, they will be really, really expensive out there, but you don't have to add any cards into the upgrade path on any of these LTDs. And when we do drop that video later today, not only will I cover all of the champions and the best abilities and X Factors to use on them, but we'll do the same thing, include the LTDs in there as well. And as you can imagine with the LTDs, not only will they get those discounted buckets by applying the 5 training, but also they will also have the X Factors for the Super Bowl promo. So we also have mystery players, which I think the best way to look at these as treat them as presents, right? So if you happen to pull any of these 78 overall players in packs, and we're going to show you the pack offers in a moment, these cards are actually going to upgrade or reveal, I think it's on February 11th. So right now they're kind of useless because of the OVR here, but they do have a ton of value on the auction house, and we'll see exactly what they're going to be looking like like in-game when they do upgrade to a 95 overall. If you look at the specific positions, there's a cornerback, a running back, a quarterback, and a left outside linebacker. Because these all came out during the past portion of this promo, I would think it's pretty safe to assume that these are all going to be players that won Super Bowls in the past here, legend cards, nobody that's representing the current Eagles or Chiefs. I mean, there's always a possibility that a former Chief or Eagle could be in there since they've recently won Super Bowls. But if you're wondering how to get these cards, I believe they're just going to be in every pack. Again, you can look at them like they are presents. Now, there are store pack offers out here, and EA confused me a little bit on these. I think there's one key word that they probably should have removed, but I want to go over to the Trophy Opportunity Pack first. So, in this pack for $25, you got two 89-plus Super Bowl players, two 85-plus Super Bowl players, and then a Super Bowl trophy player. Now, it says each Super Bowl player has a chance to be a 78 overall, and the final sentence reads, the Super Bowl trophy players will upgrade to a Super Bowl champion, which would be a 95 overall, on February 11th. So I think the word chance threw me off a little bit here, but basically what it's saying is that you could get one of those 78 overall cards that I just showed you on the auction house. You could end up getting them in one of these packs, and if you do, you can sell them now, or you can wait until February 11th when they go to a 95 overall. The only downside to this, if you hang on to them, is that the regular Super Bowl cards and LTDs that we just showed you, they lose those X Factors on the 13th of February, I believe it was. So you're only looking at like a 2-day window where these cards could end up being really, really good because of the X Factors. Now, are they going to be completely useless after that point? Absolutely not. They're just going to be really, really good right now. So that's your decision if you want to take the coins and sell them if you happen to pull one, or if you want to wait and see what happens on the 11th when they essentially get revealed. And of course, they will be able to be purchased off the auction house after that date once they do reveal for all the people that either hold them or list them on the auction house. So that is one bundle. You have the fantasy bundle for $25, 2 of 3 85-plus players, 2 of 3 89-plus players, and then 2 of 3 92-plus players. Each Super Bowl player has a chance to be a 78 overall. So again, I think it's just saying you have a chance to pull 78s within this pack. And if you do look at the odds on this one here, 12% chance at a 92 plus in the 89 pack, only a 3.34% chance at a 95 plus in the 89 plus pack. And then the 92 plus pack, you got a 13% chance. Going back to the Trophy Opportunity Pack here, if we look at the odds on this one, 20% chance at a 95. So if you're strictly going after champions, $25, you're trying to figure out which one to do, it's going to be this one. But this pack will give you a lot of pieces that you can need, not only to build out a champion set, but also the upgradable pieces you're going to need to fully max out those players to get those extra attribute boosts and the discounted abilities. If you're no money spent, you're going to have to ignore what I'm saying here, but for $2.50, this pack is basically a no-brainer here because you have a shot at the trophy cards, but also you're getting a bunch of 85s, 89s, and a 14% chance at a 92 or a 92 plus. These are going to be B&D for $2.50, but you can use the pieces or the cards that come out of this very inexpensive bundle to put in the upgrade path of those 95 overall champions. Make sure you open up your one coin B&D pack to get that second player for the objectives within the field pass. You can put both of the welcome pack players in your lineup as well. I kind of had a brain fart there forgetting the fact that, okay, I really didn't expect that. It's a B&D, but at the end of the day, we just got one of the mystery players from the one coin pack. That really threw me off. Anyway, I was saying that you need 2 players in your lineup to knock out those objectives, and I kind of had a brain fart that you can just use both the welcome pack players. But as you can see, you should open up that one coin offer. There is a tab for the entire Super Bowl promo out there. You got an $8 pack for 3 89 plus players, $65K for the individual coin packs. I would stay away from those. You have a $100 bundle that guarantees you a 95 overall champion, and we do have rerolls. I think the price tag on this is way too high for 8,800 training. If you happen to have a ton of training, go for it if you want, but I'm just going to stay away from it. Training pack for the Super Bowl promo and the mystery pack, I believe, did get updated out here. And like I said earlier, we do also now have the season ticket update. So all of the other packs are still available, but if you want to spend 1,650 of your season 5 tickets, you can now buy the season 5 95 overall upgrade token As far as the 96 overall upgrade token being available when, I don't know. We only have like a little under 3 weeks left of Season 5 now, so we'll see when EA allows us to go out there and buy it. Hopefully it's within the next week to a week and a half. I'm not going to get my hopes up there, but if you want to bump those players up to a 95 overall, you can now go ahead and do that. And that is it. That's the entire promo. I hope I explained it well. I know the video is probably a little bit longer than most, but I tried to cover everything, and hopefully it was very well detailed for you guys. If you got any additional questions, leave them down below in the comment section, and we'll be back with another video later today going over the best players to upgrade right now from this Super Bowl promo. Thank you for watching. My name is Popular Stranger. I'm out. Peace.